Hi there, I'm Aquarellina and I've just recently got back from my summer vacation and camping with my parents. As every year, we went to the Croatian coast for the holiday, since Croatia is our neighbor country and it's very much our tradition to go there every year. You might even remember a video from last year that I made called Painting on the Beach. That one was totally unplanned, so I wanted to make this video much better and kind of do it justice this time around and take you along with me, maybe talk a little bit about the experience of plein air painting, as well as show some clips from the actual coastline itself, since that was the part that was missing last time. So this time I had planned myself way better. I brought my tripod and my complete equipment for filming as well as watercolor painting. But before we get deeper into me explaining about the experience and all, I just want to mention a couple of things. The first one being, if my voice sounds a little bit off, it's because I've been sick, so there you go. The second one is for those who are interested about the time that it took to complete this painting, and I will tell you that it took 2 hours and there was about 1 hour and 46 minutes of the actual painting footage, but I did not film the part where I drew the image. The third thing is the materials I used for this painting. The paper I'm using is Canson XL cold press 300 gram paper, which is pretty decent for this kind of thing. The brushes are Artisty, I think natural hair, and then the smaller one is Cotman from Winsor Newton No. 2. And I've also used the Click and Go Faber Castell collapsible water container, however you call it. I think everyone has this thing, it's pretty popular for traveling. And then my paints are originally Schmincke Akademie, but right now there's a mix of paints in there, so you can look this up in my info box. And now back to the video. The actual location of this painting is on one of the beaches in Brela, which is located on the Croatian coast. Before this recording, I made 2 previous sort of warm-up paintings on the beach as well. One was also plein air, and I really like the Croatian pine trees, which smell amazing and look so interesting to paint as well. They have these lush green treetops, which by the way were kind of damaged last year when they had a lot of fires going on. So this year everything was just new growth, super lime green. It was just begging to be painted. And on this first painting I've tried to capture the warm and cool light on the tree bark, and I'm pretty happy with the results. The second painting was referenced from my last year's Instagram picture of Brela, and I think it turned out way better than the painting you see me do here right now. There was a number of reasons for this, as there is a lot of things that can affect your painting process, and I did want to have a bit of an expectations vs reality moment in this video, talking about what it's really like to paint outside and, you know, not to sugarcoat it. Although I don't think that the big one turned out especially bad or anything, I simply find the smaller one more appealing, and it turned out better because of several reasons. And those are that when you are painting from photo reference, it's pretty easy, at least for me, because in real life things are moving, light is moving. The colors are not just set in front of you. You have to kind of have a well-practiced eye for this. There is also a lack of comfort that you usually have in your studio. For example, when I came to the location, I was sitting on a step and my tripod was on the left, as you can see, but so was my art materials, and that was not good because I am right-handed, and it would have been way more comfortable to have everything on the right side, but there was no place to put it. So I had to sacrifice this for the composition and for the sake of a picture looking better and the video looking better. And not to mention, anytime you film, the focus is not going to be as good as when you are just alone and fully focused on your painting and not whether seeing if the video is recording or not. Another thing that was kind of bad is that there was these two children that were, I think, purposely just splashing around, and they were curious because of the camera, I think, but I think they wanted to be really annoying. So I know this because when I started packing my things and leaving, they actually stopped splashing and being little devils or whatever. But it was also the time when my SD card gave up on me, the one that was empty and completely new that I had prepared. It was just not working at all. So a lot of bad things can happen, but you still have to kind of make it good, I guess, somehow. I still think this would be a cute video for you guys to watch, because I did still get a lot of nice shots of the coast, and I really hope that you will enjoy that, as well as the realism of the story. I don't know. And looking back, I definitely feel that I should have gone with the smaller painting again rather than trying to do a bigger one, because in the end this took 2 hours, and yeah. But at the same time, it took me a lot of years of painting to be comfortable enough to actually have a good time when I'm painting outside, if you know what I mean, and relax and just enjoy the process, because sometimes you need to find your style beforehand, because it can be a lot to worry about your style and then not know your style and then try to also paint and film yourself as well. The reason that I was able to enjoy this is because I had embraced my I would say cartoony watercolor style, and not expecting something super precise, super realistic, or I don't know. Also, the paint tends to dry super quickly and it gives you no time to work in watercolors, so you just have to go with the flow and just accept it for what it is. Now, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I will leave you to watch the rest of the video as well. If you want to check out my Instagram stories and see maybe a couple of more interesting pictures in my highlights from the vacation, you can do that. My Instagram is @Aquarellina. The finished picture will be showcased near the end of this video, as well as some more shots of Croatian coast. So if you want to see that, just watch till the end. And I will be seeing you soon, I hope so. Bye!